Hey everybody, I'm Johnny Scoble, and this is Chase the Heat. Boy, it's pod season, people. You know how happy that makes me. I'm going to review a pod today. I've never reviewed it. When I tell you that, what? The FREEPORT Orange Scotch Bonnet. Scotch Bonnet is such an amazing pepper. I think what happened was that the popularity of the habanero kind of overshadowed the Scotch Bonnet, but it's a beautiful pepper. It's a very fruity pepper. It's not like crazy hot. It's kind of like a habanero heat, between 100,000 and upwards of 350,000 Scoville heat units. So it's pretty close to habanero. Just really excited to eat this. I've eaten, it's crazy. I've eaten a lot of them. I can't believe I haven't eaten one for this channel yet. We're going to cut this open, guys. I'm using the Carolyn Kennard Memorial Pepperboard. Pretty great pepperboard. Every time I see it, I think of her. You know, every time I get a chance to use it, I do. I eat sandwiches on it. No matter what I'm cutting, I'm using this. All right. Crazy oily blade. Now, it's not going to be super hot, but it's definitely super fruity aroma. Interesting interior. All right. It's kind of a small placenta. Thin-walled, kind of medium. I guess it's a thin-walled pepper. Absolutely beautiful though. So pale in the interior, darker orange on the outside. Just pretty. Wish I could share one with every one of you. But guys, this is grown by Tom Broom from Seriously Hot Peppers, a wonderful pepper grower. Makes great tinctures. You got to know. There'll be a link in the description box for him. But thank you, Tom, for sending these. This is a FREEPORT Orange Scotch Bonnet. My mouth is watering. I'm Johnny Scoble. This is Chase the Heat. I love the taste of the Scotch Bonnet. You know, this pod actually has just a hint of sweetness, but it has that. If you've ever tasted a Scotch Bonnet, you know it's kind of like to me it's similar pod to a habanero, not just in heat but in flavor. This is a very fruity flavor. It's more of a burn. The habanero has a sting. You guys know what I mean? If you guys eat habaneros, they tend to sting more, like needles on your tongue. Versus this has similar heat, but it's more of a burn and less of a sting. Super flavorful though, really just a lovely pod. It's a great pod. It's some of my favorite sauces uses Scotch Bonnets. In fact, I'm here at Chase the Heat headquarters in Fort Mill. I've moved recently, and amazing wet blade. I don't know if you can tell by the angle. But I recently moved here to be close to my business partner, David Foy. And we're going to be probably producing a sauce that has Scotch Bonnet in it. Now, look at the placenta on this one. It's a little bit more gnarly. It's not going to be that much hot. I mean, it's the same heat. What a great aroma. Super crunchy and just, this one is sweeter. Wow. I could eat these all day long. This is such a yummy pod. This one is sweeter, like noticeably. I'm glad I ate the first one first, so I finished on a good note. What a delicious pepper this is. Now, as far as heat, if you guys are pretty accustomed and you understand when I say habanero heat, this is pretty close to that. If you guys know like jalapeno, this is going to be significantly hotter than jalapeno. Fairly significantly. But wonderfully fruity, and the last one was sweet. But that's one of those peppers that it's a good stepping stone pepper. If you guys are looking to build your tolerance, you can start with a jalapeno. Scotch Bonnet's a great one to go to next. You know what I mean? Then you can go to a habanero. Habanero is a weird one because it even has the same Scoville rating, fairly close to the same Scoville rating as the Scotch Bonnet that I just ate. The habanero seems to burn more. It's got more of a sting, and it seems to be a little bit more. It has a disproportionate burn for the SHU it's carrying. Does that make sense? Because if you eat a habanero, it's got that tongue sting, and you think to yourself, it's only 150,000 Scoville heat units or something. And then you think, ratchet that up to 1 million, and if a Reaper burns like that, Reapers don't burn like that. They have a violent burn, but it's a burn and not a sting. Oh, I love habaneros, but the Scotch bonnet I just had, such a delicious pepper. The burn was totally in my mouth. In my mouth, excuse me, on my tongue. I'm listening to myself talk. It was on the top of my tongue, not so much in the back. So it's really just focused on my tongue, a little bit on the roof of my mouth, believe it or not. But just such a lovely pod. Those are great if you just cut them up and kind of put them on a salad. Those are really good sliced up and laid on a sandwich. Or honest to goodness, if you just want to munch on them, they're so delicious. Now, Tom Broom is a great grower, and he's a good friend of mine. He doesn't just have pods. I don't know what he has available now. He's, grows great pods, and he's sought after, so I don't know what he has available. But if you guys are interested, it's pod season. If you want to try some of the pods I eat, you're not going to find them in grocery stores. You can find Scotch bonnets, but some of the exotic ones I eat, you can't find in grocery stores, and you're never going to be able to. These are exotic pods, but you can get them from growers like Tom. So I'll put a link in the description box for him. Well, I hope your weekend is going great. Mine's going great. I can't wait to be shooting these down under. I mean it. Can't wait. Anyway, you guys are awesome. I love you guys. I appreciate you watching. Always at the bottom of the screen, you're going to see that little pepper. Click that pepper at any time. You can become part of the family. You're going to see 2 relevant videos right here. The format's different how you put things on the screen, so I'm kind of figuring that out. I love you guys. I really do. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase the